Maybe it be. So that's how it worked then, right? Okay, cool. 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 Oh. I'll be able to reconnect stream and start even no longer. Uh, do I could pause the stream by chance? Let me see. Pause. No. It's just gonna pause on that screen right there. Oh, I know what I could do then. Check this out. Except for one. So I do this. I do mission screen. I just Going on with y'all people, man? What's the damn deal? See that? Ooh, that glare still there, man. Jesus. Jesus. That glare is killing me. It's killing me. It's killing me. Told y'all that time of day change. I apologize. Apologize about that. What's going on with y'all though, man? What's the word? What is the deal? Let me see. That's the background. That's the. What exactly is? Oh, that's my Zoom. Yeah, I've been working on some stuff, yeah. I've been working on some stuff. So yeah, bear with me. Oh, okay, yeah. How y'all doing, man? Macworld Live 11-2. I've been working on some new stuff, man. So my stream finna start looking a little bit different, right? And we gonna get it in, man. You know, we only going up from here, so I'm gonna make that joint look good. But yeah. How y'all doing, man? What's going on with y'all people, man? Oh, I'm sorry, mama. I'm so sorry, mama. It's not. This is mama. This is CBD, mama. This is CBD, mama. I solo. I solo, mama. You forgive me, mama? I solo, mama. Nah, but I'm sorry. My mama said she don't want me smoking on the live stream. So on that note, all right, we good. We good. I'm sorry, mama. You know, it's some things you want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? But no matter what you do, it's the things you do want to do. It's the things you don't want to do. But no matter what you do, respect your mama. You only got your one mama, and you better respect your mama. So my mama told me not to do it. I ain't gonna do it. I got you, mama. But so yeah, check it out. We got some topics we gotta discuss today. And you know, I would say it's like more kind of, the news pretty much been developing stories, like a story starting to develop. And you gotta kind of keep up with it, because when something happened right away, you really don't know what direction it's gonna go, right? Right or wrong, right or wrong, right. So keeping up with it. And latest thing, I want to let y'all know one of the things, obviously everybody kind of know about, unless you've been living under a rock. And I know some of y'all literally do live under some fucking rocks, crack rocks. But it's help though, you know what I'm saying? Call a counselor. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, unless you living under a rock, Offset from the Migos passed away. His life was taken, I want to say the day before yesterday. So that would be like Monday. I want to say like Monday or Sunday, right? Um, as something happens, details emerge about it. So there's been some more developing details. A couple different people speaking on the situation who are in proximity to it. So I want to, keep y'all updated on that. Another thing I want to talk about, something, if you know my quasi political followings, I've been keeping up with everything going on with Donald Trump. Hold up, let me see where I'm at, how many minutes I'm at, because I'm ready to cuss. I'm ready to cuss. Hold on, let me see. See. Oh no, I made an intro screen now to take care of that shit. Yeah, so I could come out the gate cussing now because I got an intro screen, right? So yeah, we gonna talk about Donald Trump orange ass nigga, like the color of my hat. You know what I'm saying? I said this the new MAGA hat right here, the orange hat, orange ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Day to day, K in the building. What's going on with you, K? Moderation gang on deck. Moderate your attitude, watch your speech, because they're gonna tune your ass up, okay? Okay. Moderation gang in the building. Nah, but y'all know I keep up with Donald Trump, little ugly orange ass. The shit going on with him. I know my mom right now. Listen, I know my mama right now. She like, Sean, don't say that about Donald Trump. Did people, don't you think they're watching you? Yeah, I hope Donald Trump watching me. And look here, Donald Trump, while you watching me, I'm going to tell you about this. I don't know what that shit is you got in your head, but that shit go that way, and it go this way, and it go that way. So when you thinking, I don't know if you going to think about this or that or this, and I don't like it, and I don't trust it, okay? And I don't trust your makeup, okay? So In the words of a wise scholar named YG, fuck Donald Trump. And that's all we got to say about that. But we gonna keep up with him because, like I told you, MAGA stand for making attorneys get attorneys. His attorney just got hit with some sanctions for Kia said, she said incognito. Hey, his attorney just got hit with some sanctions for $1 million. I'm talking about this a law firm, but it's not even just the fact. It's not the money amount, because I mean, you know, these motherfuckers play with all type of money and shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this: the judge basically was like, when she brought that case up in court, she brung a case up in there. I'm gonna let them explain it to y'all. You know, I be about to go into the shit right now, but no, I'm gonna let them explain it to y'all. Right? She brought some bogus cases in court. They was basically just on the run, bringing cases in court. Let's say I'm a lawyer and I got a client with a lot of money. He want me to bring cases to the court for him. That's my job on one hand as a lawyer, but on the other hand, I have a duty to the state, to the country, whatever, to not bring frivolous cases to the court. So just because if my client got a bunch of money and he say, man, I think I'm a fucking Peter Pan and I want to sue the Peter Pan peanut butter people, I can take it to court, but you know, it's gonna get thrown out. So then what happened when I amend it? And I'm like, well, you know what? I ain't just suing for peanut butter. I'm suing George Washington Carver for making shit out of peanuts. You know what I'm saying? So then they turn around after that and they like, okay, now your ass playing games with the court. You fucking up the state's money. That's what happened to his lawyer. Basically, the cases was so bad that his lawyers was bringing to court that they said, you know what? You need to pay for this shit. It might not seem like a big deal, but for a law firm, for something like that to happen, yeah, that shit crazy as hell. And then the last thing I want y'all to see, which really I fuck around and show y'all first, is this police officer. Um, he run up on this dude. He profiled the little dude while the dude was jogging and shit, right? Little dude jogging. He run up on him. He asking him where he live at, what he doing around here. What you think he said when little dude like, man, what you want with me, right? What you think dude said? Dude said, man, there been a burglary in the area and you fit the descriptions. So I'm gonna show y'all all that, but then I don't think he knew little dude was recording because he threatened his life. Look at my hand glowing. Thanos. But nah, so he threatened little dude life though. Little 17-year-old dude, the officer did. And you could kind of see in his eyes, like, I mean, you know, I ain't got a lot of crazy racist white, you know, greasy fat white relatives, right? Um, but you could see in this motherfucker eyes, he had the murderous intent in his eyes. He was waiting on the little dude to do anything because he was gonna try to kill him, right? And this is why we say when we say Black Lives Matter, we mean, you know, they not to be taken lightly in the system. You know what I mean? Like the people that's supposed to be protecting us should not be the same people that's, you know, coming after us and that we gotta look out for. I shouldn't call nobody because I'm being told that's my only legal recourse, or it's a viable legal recourse to call some type of law enforcement, and then now my life is in danger, you know, just for simply being black while needing police type shit, right? But they go a step beyond that and they do active policing on you as a minority, even when you ain't doing shit, right? So it is what it is, man. And you know, we gonna talk about it. So yeah, we gonna get down to the nitty gritty. The nitty gritty. I'm can't even think of the old time saying I'm trying to think of and shit. Let me see. Okay, Reaper wanna download a new update, but I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. But I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to update my Reaper. Um, so yeah, we gonna get into it, man. How y'all doing anyway, man? Anybody, if you in here, hit that like button. If you ain't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. You know, we building, we working. We trying to get this thing worldwide. We say Macworld Media, soon we will be around the world. Sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? My mom told me so. She says I'm gonna be a big YouTuber. Nah, but we working though. So let's get this thing, off the ground. And I think what we gonna do, we gonna start this thing with some music, like always. But I'm trying to think of which one I want to do. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Let's do. Mm. Nope, that vocals ain't mixed yet. All right. Nope, we not gonna do that one. We not gonna do that one. I got a lot of different things. But okay, now we just gonna go with this right here because this is a little banger. So yeah. Macworld Live, baby. Get this thing in order. Macworld, what it do? What it do? What's the word with y'all, man? All right, we got a lot to discuss today, so let's get to it. First of all, I want to say, hey, mama, my mama in the building. How you doing, mama? I love you, mama. Uh, Key in the building, moderation gang, day-to-day K. Check her out. Instagram, Snapchat, everything else, all the socials. All the socials. So yeah, check her out. Yeah, so first and foremost, right? Talk about this thing. So we got this whole situation, like I said, with Donald Trump, right? And we gotta get to the bottom of what's really going on, because like I told my mom, who in here right now, she always asks me, like, what's going on with both sides of the situation. You see Republicans say one thing, they say, Donald Trump is, big orange baby Jesus. You know what I'm saying? He the orange second coming of Christ. You know what I mean? He like, P grabber Moses. He like Moses if Moses he like Moses if Moses was a pervert. Okay? But nah, so she asked me like what's going on and want to make sense of it, and that's what I try to do for her, and that's what I'm gonna try to do for y'all, right? And so one of these situations that's going on is Donald Trump, his lawyer. They keep on getting these cases. They keep filing these cases, and with these cases they filing. First of all, shout out to Midas Touch, man, one of my favorite channels. This dude right here, he got some good information drops. So shout out to Midas Touch. But one of the things they keep on doing though is filing these frivolous lawsuits. Kind of elaborated on it a little bit, but I'm gonna let him, let y'all know a little bit more. So yeah, let's check it out. Let's go.
Several other individuals and organizations who were subject to a frivolous RICO or racketeering lawsuit brought by Donald Trump and his lawyer Alina Habba back in March of 2022. They have now filed a motion for sanctions against Trump's lawyer Alina Habba and Donald Trump and some other lawyers who represented Trump, seeking over $1 million in sanctions, representing the attorney's fees that all of these individuals had to incur in fighting this frivolous lawsuit brought by Donald Trump, which was eventually dismissed on September 8th of 2022. In the September 8th, 2022 order dismissing Donald Trump's RICO or racketeering lawsuit, the federal judge Donald Middlebrooks, who sits in the Southern District of Florida, reserved jurisdiction for the purposes of sanctions. And one of the things that Judge Middlebrooks had said in his September 8th order was basically that this lawsuit was frivolous. It had no legal merit to it at all. It was vexatious, and it should never have been brought in the first place. And then Judge Middlebrooks.
So I don't know if y'all caught that or not, but basically he said that this damn lawsuit, man, don't even make no damn sense. It shouldn't have never been brung to the court in the first damn place. They shouldn't have. He said by any logical lawyer's, reasoning, this whole shit is some bullshit. So when he ruled on this case, what he did was he left room open in his ruling he didn't sanction him, but he left room open for sanctions, as to say, like, if anybody else think this shit is some bullshit, holler if you hear me, goddammit. And we gonna put it up there. We gonna put it on the docket. So he knew what the hell was going on. Let's go.
Brooks invited the individuals who were sued in this absurd lawsuit to bring sanctions motions. And I had said here on the Midas Touch Network that Alina Habba could be looking at somewhere in the range of $1 million plus in sanctions if Hillary Clinton and these other individuals decide to seek those sanctions. And I said, they absolutely are going to seek these sanctions. This case that Donald Trump filed back in March and then doubled down on it by amending the complaint. I mean, the judge basically called the thing really like a psychotic manifesto. He didn't use the word psychotic, but he said it's basically the manifesto written of a madman, alleging all of their grievances and whining, and basically a combination of all of Donald Trump's social media posts that is so legally unfounded, that has no merit based on any cause of action. And even if you try to construe a cause of action that Donald Trump was trying to allege,
they said that the shit is so bad that even if they tried to figure out, like, what the fuck is dude talking about, they still couldn't even figure it out. Like, so they like, why you keep bringing this shit to court, man? Shit is ridiculous, right?
and basically what Trump was saying was there was this massive conspiracy to undermine me in the 2016 election between all of these individuals who defamed me and who harmed my reputation, and therefore I'm suing these people for hundreds of millions of dollars. The statute of limitation on his made-up claims to begin with had passed a long time ago. His order, and as all of these defendants pointed out, they showed all of Donald Trump's ranting and raving lunatic tweets from when he was in office from Twitter, and it showed that he was arguing and whining about the same things years ago, and that the statute of limitations of when he should have filed, if he wanted to file this case, nonetheless, the accusations make no sense at all, but the statute of limitations passed. He's not actually asserting any claims. There's no predicate acts that are even establishing a potential racketeering claim. It's just a ranting and raving and whining lawsuit of hundreds and hundreds of pages that literally make no sense.
I don't know if y'all know. My bad, y'all. I don't know if y'all know exactly what Donald Trump was trying to do. But this bro, this nigga Donald Trump was trying to RICO. Listen, he was trying to Young Thug, Gunna, who else? Yak Gotti, YFN Lucci, Rich Pablo Juan. RICO these niggas. Hold up, who was that last dude that just got caught? That last dude, Sue Surf. He tried to Sue Surf Hillary Clinton. He tried to RICO Hillary Clinton. Shout out to K, man. If you in here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you ain't subscribed. He tried to Sue Surf Hillary Clinton, though, bro. He tried to Sue Surfer, man. You know? Jesus. I'm like, oh my God. They was just trying to throw anything at the wall just to see what was gonna stick, you know? And so, I guess it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But sheesh, that's hard though. I don't know. They thought they was really finna get away with that shit. Whatever.
Sense. And that's exactly what the judge actually had said. Let me read from you what this sanctions motion says. It says, plaintiff's counsel engaged in unreasonable and vexatious conduct, first by filing and then by amending a factually and legally defective suit.
So they said that the lawsuit was already fucked up. And when they told her it was fucked up, she basically tried to come back and be like, all right, the suit fucked up, this wrong. Well, shit, like I said, she tried to add to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of correcting what was wrong, she tried to double down on everything that was wrong. Like, man, these folks is playing games, man. And you wonder why would they be doing this shit, right? Man, you got to think about it. They getting paid for that shit. They getting paid. Donald Trump is paying these motherfuckers. He paying them a lot of money. He's stupid. as long as they make him think that they can do some shit, whether they can do it or not, he gonna pay their ass. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump is a fucking idiot. So they just filing lawsuits in court, man. Like no merit to these motherfuckers. Just I don't know, man. These motherfuckers is nuts.
An award of costs and fees under Section 1927 is appropriate when an attorney's conduct is so egregious that it is tantamount to bad faith. And then, for purposes of Section 1927, bad faith turns not on the attorney's subjective intent, but on the attorney's objective conduct. Objectively reckless conduct is enough to warrant sanctions, even if the attorney does not act knowingly and malevolently. Under this standard, the court compares the conduct at issue with how a reasonable attorney would have acted under the circumstances. Now, here's where it gets good. A reasonable attorney would never have filed this lawsuit, let alone continued to prosecute it after multiple defendants' motions to dismiss highlighted its fundamental and incurable defects.
So I'm gonna end it right there as far as this topic go. So as you see, they chewing these lawyers out in court. The shit that you hearing them talk about is something that if you was just to look at it, you would think that maybe they was talking about a defendant or something like that, right? You would think maybe they was talking about one of the defendants, talking about one of the defendants, talking to one of the defendants. No, they talking about the fucking lawyers, man. Remember, what was that? Carlito's Way? Was that Carlito's Way or was that Scarface? You ain't a lawyer. You ain't a lawyer no more. You a gangster now. When dudes start getting involved in shit, he said, man, you ain't no lawyer no more. You trying to act like you this lawyer. He said, bro, you a gangster now. Let me bang my hat out for the cause. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me bang my hat out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a gangster now. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of this live stream, I'm a gangster. You know? Nah, but for real though. They got his ass. They got his lawyers. They said, man, we ain't having that shit, dude. You know, they say we ain't finna go for that shit. And speaking of gangsters and all that, you know, supposedly it's supposed to be like cops and robbers, right? But what the fuck do you do when the cops is the criminals? And that brings me to my next topic, which is this dirty cop. He gets caught. He got caught doing some dirty shit. You know what I'm saying? They was finna.
What are you running for?
Check it out.
I'm jogging. Jogging? Yeah. You think I broke a crime? I didn't do anything. How old are you? Huh? How old are you? Why are you stopping me? What? Why are you stopping me? Well, we just had a robbery down there, and we're kind of matched the description. What's your name? I don't want to tell you. Huh? I don't want to tell you. Have a seat then, because I'm gonna get it with you one way or another. You understand what I'm saying? Why? I'm identifying yourself to me, and I'm investigating a crime. Sit down on the ground.
Now for the Constitutional.
I'ma hop in right before my homeboy right here go in and shit, right? I'ma hop in right here real fast and say he tried to hit him with because he said, I ain't giving you my ID, because if you feel like you ain't doing nothing wrong, it ain't no reason you should cooperate. Right away, if I'm not doing nothing wrong, I'm not cooperating. And so he tried to say something about a robbery happened, right? And so right away they hit you with that. They hit you with I'm investigating the crime. You know what I'm saying? And you fit the description. Who don't fit the fucking description if they want some info from you and shit? Of course you gonna fit their fucking description. You the person I want info from. I ain't got no way to force it out of you. Guess what? You fit a description. So now you not giving it to me is obstructing the investigation. These are old ass tactics, man. This shit is despicable. Like, man, you know what I got to say about that? You already know. But do you think they gonna knock it off? But let's keep going though.
Listen, people that say they care about the law. You tell me this individual was seen as innocent to proven guilty. And you tell me that he's not calling into question this individual based off of some crazy description where you negotiating their humanity and their character. Lastly, as a black man raised in America that went to a predominantly white school, they heard a whole bunch of white friends and heard about their interactions with the police, I'm positive that he would not do a white kid like this. I don't care what nobody say either.
I'm investigating a crime. Sit down on the ground. No, but my name's Andrew. Huh? Andrew. Have a seat on the ground. Right now. I'm gonna light your ass up. Comply. No.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but he said have a seat on the ground, and he was like right there, and he was like, don't move or I'ma light your ass up. Like, to me, that right there, that's the intent. That's the murderous intent, right? Because he got the taser in his hand, but the dude, the kid, first of all, it's a kid. He not resisting arrest. He not doing nothing. He minding his business, right? So when you talking about you gonna light his ass up, I refuse to believe that's with the taser. You talking about you gonna light his ass up, right? So, nah, man, that shit ain't, they on something else. They definitely coming at dude trying to escalate the situation. Basically, that's the whole plan. They be trying to escalate the situation, right? And he is definitely doing a job of escalating this fucking situation right here. And so you gotta watch out for this, because when it all come down to it, what they trying to do, the first thing they try to do is say you was resisting. You resisting. Somehow it was something they was trying to do. Even though they approached you while you was minding your business, it's something that you was doing where you resisting somehow. And that's what he trying to do, basically. He trying to build this resistance case. But you heard him say, sit down, I'ma light your ass up. These motherfuckers crazy. Let's go.
He gonna light his what up for not complying? Now this is the part that really grinds my gears. When we are teaching kids about the patriotic way and about how we have the constitutional right against harsh and unusual punishment, we're taught about how King George and the redcoats was doing the colonists bad. But we have normalized with individuals with a little bit of authority is able to go to harsh and unusual punishment to be judge, judicator, and everything else because a person not complying. Now the police
what he said right there, right? It might have seemed like he said a mouthful, but basically what my guy's saying is this: the whole Revolutionary War was over some shit like this. They was like, no taxation without representation. And that's what the problem was with the colonies. We like, man, we getting treated like shit by the crown and the emissaries of the crown over here in the colonies. They kicking us in our ass and taking our halfpenny. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what the fuck a halfpenny is, but you not finna take my halfpenny though, I tell you that, right? So they kicking niggas in the ass, taking their halfpenny in the colonies, right? And so they like, nah, we ain't finna go for it. And what he basically saying is, man, we right here, we American citizens. We are colonists, we here, you know what I'm saying? Even though they the colonizers, you know what I'm saying? But we here though. Right? And they treating us like this. Like, we can't, what you doing walking over here? Why you over here? Show me your walking papers and shit like that. It's like, that shit is disheartening and it's dysfunctional. It's a dysfunctional system. You make it seem like it's the black man. Nah, I was born with this, you know what I'm saying? And then I walk over that way now. That make me a criminal if I cross a certain street. I walk that way, it make me a criminal if I cross a certain street. That shit is crazy, like Kia said. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
to do to protect themselves, but the police is supposed to be passive, docile beings. Just take it, huh? And for the black and brown folks watching this video, we know this is a typical day in America. Whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or down South, I don't care if your state ran by people that's in red, people that's in blue, people that's in the middle. We know that this is one of the experiences that is normalized throughout this country.
Investigate the robbery. You're running from that area. Okay? No. I'm just jogging. You might be.
Showing boy 15 on the day.
It's a law that you have ID on.
He said, I'm investigating the robbery. You running through the area. And that's just it. He just ended it right there. Then he just gonna stand over him, told him to get down on the ground, right? Then he just gonna stand over him and shit like this. He just gonna stand over him, just looking at him with the taser. This nigga ain't even answering no real questions. But you know why you do this right here? And you know why he did his due diligence? Because I think he knew right away. He knew, like, dude fucked up. You could see that intent in his eyes and shit. You see them swole up alcoholic eyes. You could see the hate with the police. You could see the hate in their eyes. Like, even with my guy right here making the incredulous face, like, you know what I'm saying? This the face he making. That's the face he making, right? So even with him making that face, right? He still don't look as evil as the cop. Look at the cop eyes, man. This nigga look like an evil nigga off a movie or some shit. Look like an evil hotel, like he'll be the hotel clerk, but really got cameras in all the rooms or something like that. He look crazy, but he just gonna tell him some shit and he just looming over him though. Like, the whole vibe of it is like, he want to make him uncomfortable so he move a certain way and he can escalate it. Let's go. I rewinded it a little bit because I just want to go over how dude was short on why he even stopped him and his reasons and all that. But he big on, like, you know, trying to intimidate him and shit. Let's go.
Showing boy 15 on the day.
It's a law that you have ID on. I'm 17. 17's an adult.
Send him that minor.
You heard him. He said 17. That's an adult. He said it when he said it. He said it like he ain't even believe the shit coming out of his mouth. He said 17. That's an adult. But you know why he said that shit? He said it because it surprised him, because that's the black rules. 17's an adult. That's how it came to him, like it hit him. Like, oh, you 17? By the black rules, you're an adult. He just left out that part. You know what I'm saying? That's why he was telling them in an informing tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, read between the lines. Let's go.
Another thing, anytime we start talking about adolescents and kids when they white, they always get the benefit of the doubt and the law is always on their side. He didn't care about him being 17. Man, it'd be 21, 22, 24, 25-year-old white man in the media and by law enforcement being regarded to as kids. But a Latino 17-year-old tell you they 17 and you still check them like an adult. And two, just so we clear, there is a clear correlation when kids go to prison, recognizing that getting tried as an adult depends on your skin color. So when it comes to black and brown kids being charged as adults, we know that they are disproportionately represented.
Have any of the units arrived on that scene yet where they can get a description of this male that I'm detaining right now?
Wow. So wait a minute. So first, he fit the description, right? First, he fit the description already. And that's why you stopping him. But then, now you got him on the ground after you told him you gonna light his ass up. And now you calling to get the description that you said he fit already. We ain't making this. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. We watching it right now. I don't know if he know little dude is recording, but again, look at the still shot I caught. I don't know if y'all can see it, but look at the hating dude eyes. It's like he got this idea like what he doing and what he want to do. And the reality of the law are two separate things. He looking at it right now while he calling in on his little neck, little radio and shit. He thinking like, yeah, I know he could hear me calling. He thinking like, I know the little dude could hear me calling in the description. He like, I know he could hear me calling in the description or whatever after I told him that he fit the description. But he thinking like, I'm the goddamn Law. That's what he thinking. I'm Johnny Law. So he don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? This is a fucking pig right here. Like when you talk about a pig, this big fat nigga is a pig. He told the 17-year-old he was an adult and he gonna light his ass up. Like, man, how do you feel knowing that there's some grown people out here with badges and with badges that are essentially licensed to kill, and they got guns on them that want to kill your kids? They don't want to help your kids. Your kids could not be doing nothing wrong but jogging. Oh shit, your kid jogging while black, you know what I'm saying, could be taken as your kid running from the scene of a crime. You know what I'm saying? So watch that shit, man. That's why we say this shit when we say Black Lives Matter. We ain't saying our lives don't matter, but it ain't gonna be nobody. It's not gonna be on the news every day somebody getting killed by the fire department. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna see on the news every day no other group, social group, racial, ethnic, whatever group always having these problems and shit. You know, ain't nobody, like Kay said, who the fuck want to have a hard pass for the country they live in? Let's go.
He fit the description. And then in front of this little kid's face, you try to confirm what is the actual description of the suspects. Do I need to show y'all more, man? This is the America that we live in.
My bad, y'all. I know my mic was muted. So as y'all see, he said he pulled over. He pulled him over. Nigga wasn't even driving. That's what's crazy about it. He walked him over. So he said he stopped him because he fit the description. Then right in his face gonna call for the description. That's just a lack of respect. But right there, I would say that that's proof in itself. That right there, what he did, because he just don't give a fuck, and he let the fact that he is the law, he let the fact that he is the law, and he let the fact that he in a position of power get to his head to where he was sloppy about what he was actually doing while he was doing it, right? And the thing about it is this. I keep up with this boxing and shit. I'm so fucking mad right now. Some of this shit going on. Not to go to the next, you know what I'm saying, subject and shit like that. Ooh, this shit pissing me off. Terrence Crawford is a fucking duck. He trying to use Errol Spence for clout. It's some bullshit, right? But anyway, so nigga turn around and, you know, you not really up to nothing, you not really doing nothing like that, but they already decided on you and they gonna act on that. Somebody put a comment on one of my old videos when I had put like a Latino lady was talking about Mexican racism. She was like, why do you care? The person was like, why do you care about what Mexicans think about you? You're being so sensitive. Like, so dummy, like I could be, if I want to be sensitive about some shit, I'll be sensitive about some shit. You can't, first of all, you can't whoop my ass, you know what I'm saying, because of how I feel. If I feel like I want to be sensitive about how people look at my culture as a cultural norm, looking at me as a criminal, hell yeah, that's something any sensible person gonna be like, man, I don't want nobody just walking around teaching they people that I'm a criminal and I ain't did shit. No, I want my opportunities limited just for fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. Yeah, I'm gonna be sensitive about that shit. Cracker. That's what I said, but I think it's probably a racist Mexican though. You know what I'm saying? Craquito. I should have been like, Craquito. But nah, real shit though. So somebody had put that on there. But yeah, we worried about that shit though. We checking that shit in. We not just letting that shit fly. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of why they are allowed to do what you just watched the cop do to the little boy. A lot of it is that they control our image, and as long as they keep that negative image preceding us, then they are justifying the way they treating us. You know what I mean? And that's why they always worried about making sure when we play a movie role, it's always a gangster, a pimp, something like that, a twerker, something like that. They want to make sure that you perceive the image that they need to keep on treating you a certain way, right? And that's what we about, man. Like that's the wave now. That's something that kind of started. Like shout out to Kevin Samuels. Like, you know, part of what he was doing was trying to work on upgrading the image of the black man and making another lane for a black man to think like you could be a black man of power and of repute without having to be a gangster, thug, whatever. You could just be a clean ass, upstanding motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we going with this shit. So yeah, we are worried about our image. So anybody that think like, oh, you don't worry about if they think all black men are this or that, or you know what I'm saying? Nah, kiss my black ass. I'm worried about that shit. I'm gonna make sure that we not all represented by one of us or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is, man. I gotta get on this clout chasing, so we gonna go to the last topic. I want to update y'all on everything happening with Takeoff. And so, you know, as y'all know, he passed away the other day, and you know, it's been a lot of speculation about what happened with him or whatever. So, you know, I happened to see something that was showing his cause of death, and I wanted to show y'all. So let's look at it. Let's go. Shout out to the Breakfast Club.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Now, yesterday, of course, Takeoff was killed yesterday as he was at a bowling party or pool
Not yesterday,
party.
Halloween night.
Halloween night, yeah, Halloween night. So yesterday, the actual police commissioner spoke about it and spoke about gun violence and actually needing help solving this crime.
And I'm calling up on everybody, our hip-hop artists in Houston and around the nation. We got to police ourselves. It is so many talented individuals, men and women, in that community who, again, I love and I respect. And we all need to stand together and make sure nobody tears down that industry. And I'm calling to start here in Houston, here and possibly as early as next week. I want to meet with some of our artists and see how we can taper things down.
He spoke yesterday, and also yesterday, a witness that was actually there, she spoke.
Hey, I would say this. That's a good move right there. If y'all really want to reach out and y'all want to make some leeway in the community and some, you know, like some, you know, kind of try to make some real bonds and some real change and all that, then who better to talk to than the rappers? Because that's what the kids trying to be. They trying to be like the rappers. They trying to be like the ball players. You know, they trying to be like the people that they see that look like them, that's making it out and shit like that. So a lot of the music and everything like that is influenced by a lot of the stuff that goes on in the streets, you know. Everybody want to be a tough guy and shit, so it's a lot of glorification of a lot of that type of stuff. Kids young, they don't really know what's going on, man. They think they got their whole life ahead of them, and they think they invincible. They think it's gonna be they thinking I got my whole life ahead of me, but they not thinking it could be a short life. They thinking they got their whole life ahead of them and it's gonna be a long life. You know what I'm saying? But that might not always be the case. So If you really want to make a change, yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to the HPD, the Houston Police, man. Y'all got to talk to the rappers, man. Shit, let's go.
Spoke about what she's seen and what happened.
I wish that didn't happen. I wish it would have been somebody who could have de-escalated the situation. Like, I'm not on nobody's side. I'm not blaming nobody. Like, that was really an accident, but that's the problem, is that it was an accident. People are dying over an accident because of an argument. Like, I just spoke because I felt like that's what I needed to do, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know what's going on for real. It wasn't about no dice game, like.
So y'all heard that? She say that it messed around and it wasn't even nothing to do with the dice game and shit. It had something to do with just, I guess, somebody playing with the, playing with the shit or whatnot. Playing around with guns or just whatever, or argument broke out and guns was involved. Money argument, guns, too many people, recipe for fucking disaster, right? So it's fucking crazy, man. That's a twist on the situation that make it even more crazy. And one thing I want to say this, man. This nigga Takeoff dreads was cold. Look at this nigga dreads, man. Them shits look like some pythons for real. You know what I'm saying? My shit Drake. You know what I'm saying? He got them motherfuckers knotted up in like 4 big dreads. That shit look cold to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Shout out to Takeoff, man. Them dreads cold. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. man. But nah, so that make it even worse. That's another little twist on it that tripped me out even more about the situation. Is that it didn't even have nothing to do with a fucking actual dice game and shit. He was straight. Other people arguing. They broke. They might have been bringing out their guns and all that to try to be impressive because you got the Migos there. You got people around that got a little bit of money and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And people want to act out, show out, bring these guns out. It's crazy, man. What can you do though? It's like we gonna have to figure out a way to like change some shit. I don't know. I mean, I say that you gotta know. I always say with that power come that responsibility, right? And so if you in a position of power, just know that you gotta be responsible with that shit. You're not a regular person. Sometimes that regular gamble that you might have went to when you was just a regular motherfucker, you might can't go to that gamble no more, bro. Because man, you in a position of power now. Whether you recognize it or not, people gon' recognize it about you, and life gonna treat you that way. Your consequences are gonna be bigger than the average person. You're not gonna have regular small consequences because you're not doing shit on the small scale. So that shit is crazy, man. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, accident is a term I don't think should be used in this event.
Why not?
An accident. So if somebody pulls out a weapon, we don't know what happened. But if a weapon is pulled out, that's no accident. Accident is I have a weapon in my and I shoot myself. That's an accident.
Yeah.
But if I pull out a weapon, that weapon can be discharged at any time.
Envy,
I think,
shut your fake deep ass up. Niggas get shot by accident all the time. Come on, man.
An accident. Because to your point, if you're pulling out a gun, you're planning on using it. That might not have been your intended target. But if you let off shots in a room full of people, somebody potentially is going to get hit.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, yesterday, QC said they released a statement. It's with broken hearts and deep sadness that we mourn the loss of our beloved brother. Known to the world as Takeoff, senseless violence and a stray bullet has taken another life from this world, and we are devastated. Please respect his family and friends as we all continue to process this monumental loss.
It's crazy, man. 28 years old, Migos, legendary rap group, right? They could have had well, actually, shit, the Migos did have a long run. Migos had a nice long run. When I think about it, I want to say the Migos been out since at least 2013 or 2014. So almost a 10-year run. They been around, you know what I'm saying? Doing a lot, man. That's a lot. They lasted a lot longer than a lot of people in the game. And I think Bad and Bougie broke some records and shit. So, you know, they did some major shit, man. It's sad. I'm looking at his picture right now. I'm looking at this picture. It's still the same picture. And it's just tripped out, man. To just look at somebody and you never knew him. You never got a chance to meet him or nothing like that, but to just know this person, you looking at, like, 1 minute you got to think about this person as being alive and famous, and then the next minute you looking at that same picture and you got to think about that person as being, like, dead and gone and shit, you know? That shit hit you, man, how trivial life could be. But yeah, man, everybody be safe, man. We gonna go on and wrap it up like that. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hit that like button if you stepped in and checked it out and you like the content. Hit that subscribe button so you can get some more of it. I appreciate all the support I get from y'all. Shit, let me throw this up there. Bam, you see the Cash App up on the screen. Mac the Truest. Any donations help the channel grow. You know what I mean? And yeah, we working, man. Shout out to Below the Belt Boxing Broadcast. Shout out to Mac Buddy Gaming. Everything Boxing and Sports, Money Brown TV. Yeah, everybody working, man. So support all your content creators, you know. And man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Where we at? Is it Tuesday or is it hump day? I think it's Tuesday. So yeah, get you some fucking tacos in your fucking system, okay? Okay? Get you some fucking tacos. Nah, I wish my mama was making some tacos. I don't know if she's still watching, but if you is, mama, make me some tacos. And nah, I'm out of here though, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all checking me out another day. Later.